When it comes to selecting fabric for the Tranquil Nightwear, you will definitely need a knit fabric. This is a pattern that's been drafted for knits, so a woven will not work for this pattern. There's different drafting involved when you design a pattern for wovens or knits, and it's not as simple as upsizing in the vast majority of cases. So select a fabric that is knit, that has good stretch. So 40% is usually what we recommend here at Love Notions. And this fabric right here is the one that I'll be using in the videos for our sew along. This is called Birds and Berries on double brushed poly, and this is from Cali Fabrics. It is a beautiful fabric. It's right there. It's a lighter weight double brushed poly, so it's a little bit thinner, but it's a beautiful quality. It has great stretch and great drape, and I'm really excited to sew this up. A rib knit is also a good choice. This is just something that I found locally, and you can see it has some stretch there. For this, I used a lace trim, so that is an option for the Tranquil Nightwear on the faux wrap. This is another double brushed poly. This is Birds and Butterflies on Slate Blue, again from Cali Fabrics. This is the Tranquil Nightwear that's featured in the photos on the blog for the sew along. So for this, I did a knit binding using some scrap fabric that I had here at home. I think it's Model. I'm not positive. It was very finicky to work with though. And you can just see this, the drape on these double brushed polys is really nice. I'm not one that gets hot while I sleep, so I can sleep in double brushed poly without a problem. If you tend to get warm, it's probably not the best fabric for you. Bamboo, spandex, and the Model fabrics, those tend to stay cooler to the touch. This one is cotton spandex. This is an old art gallery knit, and this Tranquil Nightwear is actually from testing, so it's several years old. It's had so much wear, and it has the knit binding also. But the cotton spandex or cotton lycra is also a really good option. You could also use a waffle knit or a lightweight sweater knit. Any knit fabric that has nice drape, has 40% stretch, is going to be a really good option for this pattern. When you need to blend sizes on the Tranquil Nightwear, it's not really any different than blending sizes on a basic t-shirt. You need to print the sizes that you measure for. So if your upper bust is a small, your waist is a medium, and your hips are a medium, you need to print both the small and medium. Once you have your pattern printed, you don't need to worry about making any adjustments on this accent piece. You want to cut your upper bust size for this accent piece. So the same size that you'll be using up in your neckline and shoulders, that's what size you'll cut in your accent piece. You will need a ruler to do this. So you want to draw a long, smooth line to connect your sizes. So the purple line here, this represents how to blend out. So if your bust size is a smaller size than your waist and hips, you want to start 1.5 inches or so below the bottom of the armscye, and then just draw a long, smooth line connecting, let's say, the size small and the size medium. And your end point's going to be about at that waist marking. So that triangle marking on the pattern piece, that's your waist mark. So just do a long, smooth, gradual line. And do the same on the other side. If you need to blend in, you're going to do what this green line here shows. So let's say you're going from a medium to a small. You're going to start at the medium, and then again, just a long, smooth line to about the waist marking. So you're blending in, just like that. For the bottoms, I don't recommend that you really need to fuss with blending sizes on the bottoms. Just cut whatever your full hip size is and adjust the elastic waist to fit your waist. There's a lot of ease, so even if your waist is 2 sizes smaller than your hips, you can just pull in that elastic and it will be fine, and vice versa. If your waist is 2 sizes larger than your hips, there's so much ease in the waist because these are some comfy, cozy pajamas. You can just get away with using the elastic measurement that fits you and not really having to worry about adjusting the pants. So I hope that helps you blend sizes to create a great fit on your Tranquil Nightwear. So when you cut out your pattern, you need to make sure that you transfer all of these pattern markings over to your fabric. These are very important for lining up our accent piece during construction. I tend to like these clips for marking my fabric. They don't put holes or anything, and they stay in place really well. You can also use pins. I do transfer over to a pin for these 2 markings while I'm attaching the binding. So I'll start and throw a clip on when I'm cutting out my fabric. And then when you attach the binding, that's in the way. So I will take a pin and I'll insert it further up in line with that marking, so that then that marking's still there as I'm attaching my binding, so I have it when I go to assembly. So just like that. So I like to cut my patterns out with a rotary cutter. I have a large self-healing mat that I use, and then I use these, I think they're 2-inch size washers. I just got them from the hardware store. They're really nice pattern weights. They are low profile, so they're not in my way. Very economical to purchase, and they stack up nicely, so they're very easy to store. So after you have your pattern cut out and all of the markings transferred over, you're done with day 1 of the Tranquil Nightwear Sew Along. So join me back tomorrow and we will be assembling this neckline. So we'll have a video for you tomorrow on how to sew this neckline. I'll be using fold over elastic and this beautiful double brush poly from Cali Fabrics. So see you then.